All right then, gentlemen, let's open the sprint lanes for you. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 and 8. The middle lanes are for continual swimming. So the centre lanes are for continual swimming. Everything else is now a sprint lane. You've got just over 10 minutes left. So once again, outside 3 lanes on either side are now sprint lanes. Your middle 2 lanes are now continual swimming only. As always, as a reminder, if you want to send in any good luck messages, any happy birthdays, anything at all, if you go on Twitter, type your message and then hashtag LancsChamps23 and I will read them out for you. First one of the day. Best of luck to Alicia Ashton in the 50-metre breaststroke from everyone at St Helens Swimming Club. And good luck to all our swimmers at the final weekend of the Swim Lancashire County Championships, and that's from Prescott Swimming Club. So thank you to both of your clubs. As we said, if you are wanting to get any messages in on Twitter, write your message and just make sure at the end of it you've got hashtag LancsChamps23 and we'll read them out for you throughout the course of the day. Team coaches and managers, if you can now start to send the first 5 heats of event 501, the Women's Open 50-metre breaststroke to marshalling, please. Once again, team coaches and managers, if we can have the first 5 heats of event 501, the Women's Open 50-metre breaststroke to marshalling. Thank you. Yeah, once again, team coaches and managers, if we can now have the first 5 heats of event 501, the Women's Open 50-metre breaststroke to marshalling, please. Thank you. Gentlemen, you've got 5 minutes remaining of your warm-up. 5 minutes left of the warm-up. Team coaches and managers, we will have up to heat number 8 through to marshalling, please, for event 501. So the first 8 heats of event 501, the Women's Open 50 breaststroke, to marshalling, please. Gentlemen, you still have around about 4 minutes left of your warm-up. Once again, spectators, 5-minute warning before racing starts. You got anything pressing to do? You know you got 4 minutes left. As we said, as a last and final reminder, if your car is not parked in a designated parking spot, please go and move it so you don't get a ticket. They will be back and they will be looking to issue tickets. So please, as we said, if you haven't parked in a proper space, go and do it now. Also remember, in the reception area, the foyer, whatever you like to call it, Max Swimwear are there today. Got some fantastic stuff as well available. Make sure you pop down and say hello. Lovely, lovely set of people running Max Swimwear. So please just take the time to have a little bit of a look. Also, as a reminder, this morning we got the ladies 50 breaststroke, the men's 200 free, the ladies 1500, and then we finish off session number 9 with the ladies 50 breaststroke finals. Once again, the gentlemen still have 3 minutes left of the warm-up, so we've still got around about 3 minutes of warm-up left. Yeah, so as we said, we've still got about 2 minutes left of the warm-up, so our ladies from heat number 1 can just have a little bit of a relax. Although saying that, the focus on the girls, not sure that's going to happen. So as I said, gentlemen, you've still got around about just short of a minute and a half just to finish your preparations. So as we said, gentlemen, you have now got 60 seconds left of the warm-up. The last 60 seconds for our couple of swimmers still in the pool. Whilst they do that, I'll get whilst they're just finishing the warm-up, we will go through the safety announcement once again for you. So if I could please have everyone's attention for the following safety announcements. Swimmers, you're reminded that the depth of the water throughout the competition pool here at Liverpool is 1.8 metres and that the starting blocks are 68 centimetres above water level. If there is a false start, you must continue with a shallow racing dive and you must not topple into the water head downwards, as this is dangerous. In the unlikely event of a building evacuation, the fire alarm will sound, and we ask that all spectators, officials and event staff Use the marked emergency exits and meet at the assembly point at the front of the building. Swimmers and officials, you must not return to the changing rooms to collect your clothes or belongings, and we ask nobody re-enter the building until you are told to do so by centre staff. Swimmers will be held securely on poolside with their team managers, and we ask that all that are present to follow any instructions you receive from centre staff. Once again, thank you very much for your attention and ongoing cooperation. So, as we said, welcome to day number 5 of the Lancashire County Championships 2023. This is session number 9. Before we get underway, introducing your referees for this morning. Please give a big round of applause to Janice Whittle, Kath Cotton, and your starter, Debbie King. Okay, I think we are pretty much ready to go. So this is event 501, the women's open 50 metre breaststroke. There are 17 heats in this event. This is heat number 1. So off we go with the first action of weekend number 3, and in heat number 1, all of these ladies are in the 10 and 11 years age group, and in lane number 2 from Wigan Best is Martha Baxter, in lane number 3 from Fleetwood is Daisy Morgan Hayes, and in lane number 4 from Wigan Best is Darcy Appleton. All of these swimmers entered on a 48 point something, so should be very close, and through the first 25 metres it's Martha Baxter in Wigan Best, and Daisy Morgan Hayes of Fleetwood, who are out in front, not far behind Darcy Appleton, also Wigan Best, doing very well. Entry time to 48 seconds, as I've mentioned. As we come to the final 5 metres, Daisy Morgan Hayes is out in front, Martha Baxter trying to close that gap into the wall. Let's see what times we get. Daisy Morgan Hayes, 48.02, Martha Baxter, 48.16, and Darcy Appleton, 52.29. That is confirmed. Well done, ladies. Heat number 2. So in heat number 2, lane number 1 is Chloe Jones, lane 2 is Esme Cunliffe, lane 3 is Tallulah Kay, lane 4 is Sadie Lazenby Tracy, and in lane 5 is Isla Astill. So, again, all these girls are in the 10 and 11 years age group. Fastest entrant was Tallulah Kay, 46.80. Everybody else was a 48 point something. And at the moment, looking at this one, as they make their way through 35 metres, it is Tallulah Kay in lane number 3 who's leading the way. After that, I would say probably Isla Astill. But we shall have a little look. It is them 2, and then running third, I'd say, is Chloe Jones. But this time, touching them all first, is Tallulah Kay, 44.09. Isla Astill, 44.92. And Chloe Jones, 46.44. Heat number 3. So in heat number 3, lane number 1 is Molly Conning, lane 2 is Grace Ashworth, lane 3 Pink Lily Turek, lane 4 Eleanor Fothergill, lane 5 Elsie Kay, and lane 6 is Eliza Johnson. So this time as they make their way through, it is lane number 3 again, Pink Lily Turek, it looks like, who's leading the way. This time as they make their way in and touch, it is going to be Pink Lily Turek, 41.64, Grace Ashworth, 43.88, and Eleanor Fothergill, 44 exactly. That's confirmed, heat 4. Team coaches and managers, can we have through to heat 13 to marshalling, please? This time, in lane 1 is Effie Lodds Doyle, lane 2 is Maisie Smith, lane 3 Isabel Ashurst, lane 4 Gabriella Teasdale, lane 5 Andrew Comser, and lane 6 is Violet Kearns. So this time at the moment it looks like lane number 1. It could be Effie Lodds Doyle who's out in front. We'll say you're watching on the stream, lane 1 is the lane closest to us, lane 6 is over at the window. It will be lane number 1, this time 42.97, Maisie Smith 44.26 and Isabel Ashurst 44.55. Just wait for that to be confirmed. There we go. Okay. That is confirmed. So we move on now to heat number 5. So in heat 5, lane 1 is Esme Breverton, lane 2 is Elise Ainscoe, in lane 3 is Athena Johnstone, lane 4 is Bethany McWembury, lane 5 is Layla Dolan, and in lane 6 is Imogen Clarkson. Team coaches and managers, can we have through to heat 13 to marshalling, please? This time, lane number 3, Athena Johnstone looks to be leading the way. Entry time of 43 seconds exactly. Although lane 6, Imogen Clarkson, 41.25. Athena Johnstone, 42.03. And Layla Dolan, 42.71. That is confirmed, heat number 6. So heat number 6, lane number 1 is Pollyanna Hodgson, lane 2 Larry Whittaker, lane 3 Betsy Berry, lane 4 Tilly Stevens, lane 5 Gracie Yates, and lane 6 Grace Tushingham. Mixture of 12 and 13 year olds here, entry times from 40 through to 42, but through the first half of heat number 6, and it is very close indeed. Well, I said possibly lane number 2 does have a slight advantage, Larry Whittaker. Let's have a look. It is at the moment, but it is very close between lanes 1, 2, 3 and 4. Larry still looks to be out in front. Will she get the touch? She does. 41.09. Tilly Stevens 41.27. Betsy Berry 41.36. That is confirmed. We move on to heat 7. So in heat number 7, lane number 1 is Olivia Gibson, lane 2 is Betsy Lloyd, in lane number 4 is Holly Warburton, lane 5 is Neve Ashcroft, and in lane 6 is Keela Johnson. So Betsy Lloyd, your youngest swimmer, at 11, Holly Warburton is 12, and then everyone else is 13. Entry times for everyone was 40 points something. In the early outgoings though, I've said this a few times over the 2 weekends, you've got Holly Warburton and Betsy Lloyd going very well. Let's have a little switch to see how these two swimmers are doing. Very close, looks like Holly Warburton will get this one. She does 39.90. Betsy Lloyd 40.33 and Olivia Gibson 41.16. That is confirmed, heat number 8. So in lane number 1 is Mia Robinson, lane 2 is Sophie Lee, lane 3 is Alicia Ashton, lane 4 is Sophie Whittles, lane 5 is Ellen Jones, and lane 6 is Maisie Geary. Again, couple of 12-year-olds, Mia Robinson and Ellen Jones, Sophie Lee and Maisie Geary are 13, Alicia Ashton, Sophie Whittles are 14, all 39s and low 40s on the entries. But it looks like Sophie Whittles has got the advantage in lane number 4 at the moment. It is close, but as they come in, Sophie Whittles will touch the wall in 39.54, Maisie Geary 39.80, and Mia Robinson 40.19. Confirmed, heat number 9. So heat number 9, lane number 1 is Evie Breeze, lane 2 is Gabriella Giblin, lane 3 is Maeve Bunclark, lane 4 is Honor Luckhurst, lane number 5 is Evelyn Flanagan, and lane 6 is Jenna Binks. So Evelyn Flanagan is your 13-year-old, everybody else is 14, and all the entry times of mid-38s and low 39s. However, at the moment, leading the way would be lanes 4 and 5, Honor and Evelyn. Into the final 5 metres we go. Going to be between them two. Who's going to get the touch? I would say Honor possibly. It is in 39.40. Evelyn Flanagan 39.45 and Gabriella Giblin 40.34. Confirmed, heat 10. Team coaches and managers, can we have all remaining swimmers for the 50 breaststroke to marshalling, please? So in heat 10, lane 1 is Sienna Quain, lane 2 Grace Waring Hewlett, lane 3 is Willow Morley, lane 4 Ava Grace Hodson, lane 5 is Elizabeth Adam, lane 6 is Marley Rose Garrett. So we've got 3 13-year-olds, Willow, Elizabeth and Marley Rose, a couple of 15-year-olds, Sienna Quain and Ava Grace, with Grace Waring Hewlett, your 16-year-old. Entry times 37s and 38s. This one is not going to be easy to pick. Lane 5 possibly. It is Elizabeth Adam 38.87, Ava Grace Hodgson 38.98 and Willow Morley 39.11. Confirmed, heat 11. We have a disqualification to announce from this event in heat number 6. Lane number 6 was disqualified. Once again, heat 6, lane 6 was disqualified. In heat 11, lane number 1 is Amy Holding, lane 2 is Alexandra Prince, in lane number 4 is Sophie Dixon, lane 5 is Lucy Vaughan, and lane 6 is Ellie Cohen. Sorry, mate. Oh, touching the wall there, Alexandra Prince, 37.11, Sophie Dixon next in 37.68, and Lucy Vaughan touching the wall third in 38.34. Just waiting on confirmation for heat number 11. There we have it. We move on to heat 12. Just to let you know, in heat number 11, lane number 5 was disqualified. Heat 11, lane 5 was disqualified. So this time in they come to the wall. Touching is Alice Holt, 37.04, followed by Sally Lomax, 37.60. Olivia Bollard, third, 37.89. Confirmed heat number 13. So off we go with heat 13. Just as a little bit of information, your fastest entry time for the junior section belongs to Gabby McCulloch of the City of Salford, 33 seconds exactly. And in the senior age group, that's Anna Healy of Wigan Best at 32.84. But as the ladies make their way through the first 25, lane 1 is Olivia Robinson, lane 2 is Charlotte Malarkey, lane 3 is Zara Mann, lane 4 is Nicole Farley, lane 5 Grace Robinson, and lane 6 is Zoe Newitt. So, middle lanes leading the way for you this time. Lane number 4, Grace Robinson will touch the wall first in a time of 36.76. Zara Mann, 37.28. Charlotte Malarkey, 37.94. Confirmed, heat number 14. So, heat 14, lane 1 is Evie Cutter, lane 2 is Olivia Jones, lane 3 is Jenna Cross, lane 4 is Harriet Rawlins, lane number 5 is Chloe Batty, and lane 6 is Jessica Cooney. Youngest swimmer here, Evie Cutter in lane 1, and your eldest is Jenna Cross, all 36 seconds on the entry. Through the first 25 metres, lanes 3, 4 and 5 going well. Also with them is Evie Cutter in lane number 1. As you say, making their way towards the final 10 metres. It could be lanes 1, 3, 4, 5. Possibly gonna be, it is Harriet Rawlins, 36.23. Jenna Cross, 36.31. And Evie Cutter, 36.78. Confirmed, heat 15. So, heat 15, in lane 1 is Jessica Sunderland, lane 2 is Martha Smith, lane 3 is Lauren Cussack, lane 4 is Madison Wrens, lane 5 is Anastasia Mussett, and in lane 6 is Hannah O'Brien. Youngest swimmer Anastasia in lane number 5, and the eldest swimmer Martha Smith in lane 2. Entry times between 33 and 35. Through the first 35 metres though, you can throw a blanket over all these girls. This could be anyone's. Lane number 3 might have a slight advantage, but 4 coming through strongly as well. Madison Wrens, 35.23. Anastasia Mussat, 35.36. And Lauren Cussack, 35.62. Confirmed, heat number 16. So, in lane number 1 is Pippa Darlington, lane 2 is Joni Dunn, lane 3 is Gabby McCulloch, lane 4 is Ella Proctor, lane 5 is Ruby Swinney, and in lane 6, Lola Cragg. So Joni Dunn and Gabby McCulloch, your 14-year-olds, Ruby and Lola are 16, Ella 17, and Pippa is 18. As we mentioned before, Gabby was your fastest junior entry time. At the moment, she's out and away, yellow-hatted, the City of Salford in lane number 3, taking no prisoners as she comes down into the final 5 metres. Gabby touches the wall, 33.68. Ella Proctor, 34.92. And Joni Dunn, 35.06. That is confirmed. We move on to the final heat of this event. This is heat 17. So in the final heat, in lane number 1 is Kira Prentice, lane 2 is Charlotte Mead, lane 3 is Anna Healy, lane number 4 is Zara Dodd, lane 5 is Alyssa Boslam, and in lane 6 is Ella Wadsworth. Again, youngest swimmer Alyssa in lane number 5, and your eldest swimmer in lane number 1 is Kira. Entry times again 32 through to 36. However, again at the moment, lane number 3, Anna Healy of Wigan Best is away, body lengths lead at least as she comes under the flags. Anna Healy 33.56, Alyssa Boswell 34.98 and Zara Dodd 35.21. And just like that, that was the end of event 501. We now move on to event 502, the Men's Open 200 metres freestyle. There are 17 heats in this event. This is heat number 1. In heat number 1 of the men's 200 metres freestyle, in lane 1 from Prescott is Thomas Ball. Lane 2 from the city of Salford is Daniel Lesty. In lane 3 from Prescott is Samuel Lotus. In lane 4 from Carnforth is William Nichols. And in lane number 5 from Ramsbottom is Harrison Burgess. So in heat number 1 we've got Thomas Ball is the 10-year-old, or in the 10-year-old age group. Daniel Lesty, William Nichols and Harrison Burgess are all in the 11 years group, and Samuel Lotus is the 12 years age group. Entry times, well, lanes 2, 3 and 4 are all 2:42. Harrison in lane 5 is 2:46 and Thomas with a 2:52. Just whilst we can relax and take a breath, I just want to say a very good morning to everyone joining us at home, watching on YouTube. Hope you've enjoyed the racing action so far this morning. As we said, if you want to get any good luck messages in, any birthday messages, if you go on Twitter and type in your message and at the end of it, hashtag LancsChamps23, and I will read them out for you as soon as I can. Also, as a reminder, we've got our friends from Mac Swimwear. They are down in the reception area. Make sure you go and see our friends at Mac Swimwear. Plenty on offer for you to indulge yourselves with and maybe even treat your swimmers throughout today. So, fastest entry times for this one. In the junior section, Sammy Sutcliffe, Ramsbottom, 1:57.93. And in the senior section is Alexander Volkovoy of the city of Salford in 1:52.50. We will see how those times stand up through the heats. And as a reminder, in the 200s, 400s, 800s and 1500s, we have no finals. So the boys know they've got to get the fastest time they can in the one chance they have. So as the boys make their way for home, it is between lane 2 and lane 4, Daniel Lesty and William Nichols. These boys have already had 2 fantastic weekends at counties, and they are continuing to do so now. Daniel Lesty is coming through and trying to close that gap over the Carnforth swimmer, William Nichols. Daniel Lesty still going, William Nichols on the touch. William Nichols, 2:38.22. Daniel Lesty, 2:38.57. Touching them all third, Harrison Burgess, 2:43.32. That is confirmed. We move to heat number 2. Okay, we've got finalists to read out for you from the women's 50-metre breaststroke. In the 10 and 11 year age group, your finalists from Preston are Violet Kearns. Also from Preston is Tallulah Kay. From Wigan Best is Betsy Lloyd. From Leyland Barracudas is Athena Johnstone. From Preston is Bethany McWembley. And from Clitheroe is Isla Astle. Your reserve finalists from the city of Salford is Gabriella Teasdale. And from Blackburn is Eliza Johnson. In the 12 years age group, your finalists from Bolton Metro is Pink Lily Terek. From Wigan Best is Ellen Jones. From Blackpool Aquatics is Holly Warburton. From Southport is Mia Robinson. From Clitheroe is Imogen Clarkson. And from Leyland Barracudas is Pollyanna Hodgson. Your reserve finalist for this one from Wigan Best is Layla Dolan. And also from Wigan Best is Elise Ainscoe. In your 13 years age group, your finalists from the City of Salford is Willow Morley. From the Isle of Man is Zoe Newitt. From Blackpool Aquatics is Sophie Dixon. From Ramsbottom is Bonnie Carruthers. From Leyland Barracudas is Elizabeth Adam. From Ormskirk is Marley Rose Garrett. And your reserve finalist for this one from the City of Liverpool is Evelyn Flanagan. And from Southport is Maisie Geary. In the 14 years age group, your finalists from Wigan Best is Evie Cutter. From the City of Salford is Anastasia Mussett. Also from City of Salford is Gabby McCulloch. From Ormskirk is Joni Dunn. From Prescott is Nicole Farley. And from Wigan Best is Alice Holt. Your reserve finalists from Preston are Sally Lomax. And also from Preston, Honor Luckhurst. So we will get to the action in the pool as the boys make their way down for the final time. Lane 1 is Gabriel Barnett, lane 2 is Jasper Gibson Bird, lane 3 James Dixon, lane 4 Dylan Gregory, lane 5 Logan Byrne, and lane 6 is James Graham. It is Crosby's Dylan Gregory who's out in front in lane number 4. James Dixon of Everton is working hard to track down and cut that lead in lane 3. And running third is Gabriel Barnett of Blackpool Aquatics in lane number 1. But as he comes underneath the flags, the gap has closed considerably. But Dylan holds on, 2:32.88. James Dixon, 2:33.53. And Gabriel Barnett, 2:35.45. Round out your 1, 2 and 3 in heat number 2. That is confirmed. Let's move to heat number 3. Moving on to more finalists for you, this time in the 15 years age group of the women's 50 metre breaststroke. The finalists from Leyland Barracudas is Olivia Bollard. From the Isle of Man is Chloe Batty. From the City of Salford is Alyssa Boslam. From Southport is Harriet Rawlings. From Preston is Zara Mann. And from Bridgefield is Jessica Cooney. Your reserve finalists from Wigan Best is Ava Grace Hodgson. And also from Wigan Best, Sienna Quain. In the 16 years age group, your finalists from Wigan Best is Ella Wadsworth. From Aquaburs is Lauren Cussick. From Crosby is Madison Wrens. From Ramsbottom is Ruby Swinney. From Blackpool Aquatics is Hannah O'Brien. And from the Burnley Bobcats is Lola Cragg. Your reserve finalist for this one from Bolton Metro is Grace Robinson. And from Wigan Best is Olivia Jones. In the 17 years and over age group, your finalists from Blackburn, Charlotte Mead. From Ramsbottom is Zara Dodd. From Wigan Best is Anna Healy. From Blackpool Aquatics is Ella Proctor. From Clitheroe is Martha Smith. And from Aquaburs is Jessica Sunderland. Your reserve finalist for this one from the Isle of Man is Kira Prentice. And from Preston is Jenna Cross. Team coaches and managers, you now have 15 minutes if any of the swimmers would like to withdraw from those finals. So in heat number 3, lane number 1 from Southport is Finley Byrne. In lane 2 from Bolton Metro is Ethan Blythe. Lane 3 from the Isle of Man is Ed Pearson. In lane 4 from Southport is Douglas Jones. Lane number 5 from Ramsbottom is Benji Sutcliffe. And in lane number 6 from the Blackpool Aquatics is Archie Honey. All of these gentlemen racing right now are in the 12 years age group. So a straight battle for these boys. They are trying their best to get themselves in the top 3. And it is Benji Sutcliffe of Ramsbottom. Like I said, the Ramsbottom boys had a fantastic first 2 weekends. It looks like he's carrying on. Going right from the younger swimmers through to the elder statesmen. They're all doing well. But as we said, Benji Sutcliffe is first. Coming back very strongly, Ed Pearson though, but Benji will touch them all. 2:28.88. Ed Pearson 2:29.97 and Ethan Blythe 2:30.97 is your 1, 2, 3 in heat number 3. That is confirmed. Heat number 4. Is in the 14 years age group in lane number 3. Everybody else is in the has closed the time down by 0.3 of a second on that, but Ben Saxby looks to have pulled away. Thomas going round first, 1/10 in front of teammate Oliver, and then running third is Oliver Stanley of Preston at that point. So as we said, it was the 2 Wigan best swimmers, but of 2:19.84, Oliver Pearson 2:21.31 and Oliver Stanley 2:20. As far as I can see on the heat sheets, after this heat, there are literally 3 more swimmers in the 14 years age group. So if any of these boys can pull out a PB, then that might lead them towards a medal later on, but it is going to have to be a very good sign. Yeah, it is going to have to be a considerable PB to get themselves towards that top 3. But at the moment, lane number 4, again, Crosby swimmer, Finley Arnold, the Crosby boys are absolutely flying again as well. Crosby and Ramsbottom lads have been standouts for me over the first 2 weekends. They've been absolutely fantastic. And as we say, Finley Arnold has wasted no time in getting himself a massive lead as he turns for home. In fact, his lead is 3.2 seconds over Rhys Pownall, with Charlie Wilcott running third. As we said, it is still Finley Arnold in lane number 4, but Leyland Barracuda swimmer Rhys Pownall is trying everything to get back at him. You're coming to the final 5 metres. I think Rhys might just run out of the pool. Let's have a look though, it's really close in the end. Finley Arnold 2:15.61, Rhys Pownall 2:16.08 and Freddie Hunter 2 minutes 20.84. That is confirmed, heat number 8. Disqualification to announce in heat number 7, lane number 3. And once again, disqualification to announce in heat 7, lane 3 was disqualified. In heat number 8, lane 1 from Preston is Rowan Allison, lane 2 from Oldham, Benjamin Tilston, lane 3 from Wigan Best is Alexander Hornby, lane 4 from Bolton Metro is Samuel Williams, lane 5 his teammate, also of course from Bolton Metro, is Leo Talbot, and in lane 6 from Preston is Isaac Shaw. So our 2 Bolton Metro swimmers are in the 13 years age group. Isaac Shaw, 14, Rowan Allison at 15, and then Ben Tilson and Alex Hornby are your 2 16-year-olds. So at the turn, it is the 2 Bolton boys leading the way. Sam Williams, 1:02.81 and Leo Talbot, 1:03.23. Did those boys a bit of a disservice in that last heat. Lots of Lots of posts coming on Twitter from Bolton Swimming Club showing the medals that some of the boys have won as well over the first 2 weekends. As I alluded to a little earlier on, now we know the finalists for the 50 breaststroke for the ladies. If anyone's wanting to send any good luck messages in from home, or if you're sat here at the pool, please do so on Twitter. Write your message and then hashtag LancsChamps23 and we'll read them out for you. But back to the pool. And the two lads from Bolton having a right duel with each other at the moment. Leo Talbot now is leading the way, making sure to have a little look where his teammate is in Samuel Williams. Literally a body length lead there for, as we said, for Leo as he comes underneath the flags. He'll be touching the wall this time in 2 minutes 10.25. Samuel Williams 2:11.28 and Alex Hornby 2:14.48. All good there. We move on to heat number 9. Heat 9, lane 1 from Wigan Best is Matthew Swords. In lane 2 from Aquabirds is Callum Mongan. In lane 3 from Blackpool Aquatics is Joshua Norris. Lane 4 from Southport is Joseph Jones. Lane 5 from Blackburn is Michael Birchall. And lane 6 from Canforth is Thomas Fox. So Matthew in lane number 1 is your youngest swimmer here in the 14 years age bracket. Next to him, Callum is 16. Then lanes 4, 5 and 6 over the far side of the pool. They're on a 17 years bracket with Joshua Norris, the elder statesman, is at 19. Entry times for all these boys, very high 2-minute 10s and a mixture of 2-minute 11s. Taking the early lead though is Aquabird swimmer Callum Mongan in lane number 2. As I said, for anyone watching at home, this is your first time experiencing the racing, that is the, as I say, you'll see lane 1 is the lane closest to us and lane 6 is the far side over near the windows. At the halfway turn though, Callum turned first in 1 minute 2.45, giving himself a 1.7 second lead over Joshua Norris. And Michael Birchall was running third at that point. So say Callum turns first, 1:36.60. Then Joshua Norris, followed by Joseph Jones. But literally the boys in second to fourth all turned very, very closely to each other. So as you can see, the race leader is lane 2, Callum Mongan. He's going to win this. But after that, quite hard to decide who'll finish in the top 3 at the moment. Looks like lane number 4 in Joseph Jones. Matthew Swords might be running third now, sorry. But as they touch the wall, Callum Mongan, 2 minutes 10.23. Next to touch will be close. Who will it be? Joseph Jones, 2:14.80, with Matthew Swords, 2:14.94. Is your 1, 2 and 3 confirmed. Heat number 10. Heat 10, lane 1 from Blackpool Aquatics is Cody Bridge. Lane 2 from Blackburn is Ethan Coleman. Lane 3 from Crosby is Sean Flanagan. Lane 4 from Burnley Bobcats is Henry Holding. Lane 5 from City of Manchester Aquatics is Luke Brussels. And in lane 6 from Burnley Bobcats is Thomas Binns. A couple of 15-year-olds for you in lanes 1 and 5, Cody and Luke. Couple of 16-year-olds is Sean and Thomas in lanes 3 and 6, and Ethan and Henry are both in your 17 years and over age group. Again, all the lads in heat number 10 entry times of 2:09 low through to 2 minutes 9 and a half. At the halfway turn, the outside lane number 1, Cody Bridge of Blackpool Aquatics, turned in 1:03 exactly, just short of half a second behind him is Sean Flanagan. Running third is Ethan Coleman. So this is closing up nicely as they make their way home. Lanes 1 and 3, Cody Bridge and Sean Flanagan. Sean Flanagan 1/10 of a second behind at the turn. So as we said, lanes 1 and 3 are your race leaders. Lane 2 though, Ethan Coleman, in the middle of those boys, working extremely hard. As is lane number 4, Emery Holding. But just watching the pool, I think Sean Flanagan of Crosby's just decided he's had enough and wants to get this all done and dusted and finished with, and he does. 2 minutes 9.50. Cody Bridge 2:12.31, and Ethan Coleman 2:13.27. Round off your 1, 2, 3 of heat number 10. Happy with that. Let's move on to heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1. From Stratford is Lewis Gilbert. In lane 2 from Bury and Elton is Oliver Carter. In lane 3 from Oldham Aquatics is Elliot Mitchell. In lane 4 from Crosby is Dylan Madican. In lane 5 from Stretford is Eba Mayer Clayton. And in lane 6 from Garston is Ben Shields. Again, youngest swimmer here, lane number 4, Crosby swimmer Dylan Madican. He's in the 14 years age group. Got Lewis Gilbert and Elliot Mitchell in the 16s, and then Oliver Carter, Eba May Clayton, and Ben Shields is 17s and overs. Once again, all the entry times are at 2 minutes 8. Just as a little bit of information for you before we start this afternoon's session, there will actually be a presentation made. This will be to the swimmers who competed for Lancashire a little bit earlier in the year over at Ponds Forge. Absolutely did fantastically well. So a little bit later on, as we said before the afternoon session begins, we'll need to show appreciation to our Lancashire team, as I said, who represented us absolutely amazingly over at Ponds Forge earlier in the year. But at the halfway turn of this one, Oliver Carter was out in front. He turned at 1 minute 1.68, followed by Elliot Mitchell at 1:02.78. And Lewis Gilbert running third at 1:02.94. Let's have a little look if that stays the same. It's still Lewis out in front, but now in second is Dylan Madican, and running third is Elliot Mitchell. Not much between the boys though in the first 4 spots, less than a second. Elliot Mitchell and Oliver Carter turning exactly the same time. So, who's going to take this out? Is it going to be lane 1, Lewis Gilbert, or is it going to be lane number 4, Dylan Madican? It's going to be Lewis Gilbert for me. Dylan Madican's running second, but the rest of the heat catching him. Lewis Gilbert, though, will touch the wall in a time of 2 minutes 9.16. Dylan Madican, 2:10.60. And Elliot Mitchell, 2:12.07. We move on to heat number 12. Heat 12, lane number 1 from the city of Salford is Benjamin Ross. Lane 2 from Burnley Bobcats, Jamie Ball. Lane 3 from Wigan Bess is Jack Pritchard. Lane 4 from Carnforth is Luke Horton. In lane 5 from the city of Salford is Connor Sutton. And in lane number 6 from Preston is Gerard Cross. This time in your 15 years age group in lane number 1 is Ben Ross, he's your youngest swimmer. Jack Pritchard's in the 16 years age group, as is Luke Horton and Gerard Cross. And then 17s and over are Connor Sutton and Jamie Ball. Again, entry times 2:07 and 2:08. But at the moment, it is lane number 3. Jack Pritchard, a Wigan best, and he's decided that he's going to get himself out nice and quickly and hopefully hold on, if not extend his lead through the second half of this race. Let's have a little look at what time Jack goes round in. At the 100 mark, that's 1 minute 1.34. Gives himself over a second and a half lead over Gerard Cross of Preston, who's next. Running third is Canforth's Luke Horton. So as I said, it is Jack out in front, but looking at the stream, lane 6 and lane 1 are trying to close the gap. So as we said, Jack had over a second and a half lead at the last turn. Let's have a look at it now. It is exactly still a second and a half, but Jack's going to have to be wary of Ben Ross in lane number 1, who's running second, as is Gerard Cross over in 6. But the biggest threat for Jack now is lane 1. Jack must be seeing him breathing. He's having a little look. As we said, Jack's still out in front, but Ben is closing the gap. We're coming to the final 10 metres. Ben is coming through quickly. Heads down from both the boys, touching the wall. Benjamin Ross, 2:08.50. Jack Pritchard, 2:08.59. Gerard Cross, 2:10.93. Fantastic race, great finish, heat 13. Heat 13, lane number 1 from the Isle of Man, Zachary Bellhouse. In lane 2 from Oldham Aquatics, John Kinuthia. In lane 3 from Preston is Jonathan Waters. Lane 4 from Prescott is Andrew Clavis. In lane number 5 from Preston is Annan Clark. And in lane number 6 from Charlie Marlins is Brandon Taylor. So at the moment in heat number 13, just to give you an idea, lanes 3 and 6 are your 15-year-olds. And then in lanes 1, 2 and 4, 16-year-olds, with Annan Clark rounding off and your eldest swimmer in a 17 years and over group. Entry times 2 minutes 6 high through to 2:07. And in the early goings, it is lane number 3, that is Preston's Jonathan Waters, who's out in front. Turned at the 50 mark at 29:07. He's being tracked by Oldham Aquatic swimmer John Kinuthia. And it will be them two at the moment. We say Jonathan Waters, 1:01.44, is half a second lead over John Kinuthia. Running third at the moment is Andrew Clavis. He turned in 1:02.70. But as we said, lane 3 is getting himself and trying his best, is Jonathan Waters, to get away from the rest of the pack. Andrew Clavis, though, is looking very good in lane number 4. He's tracking Jonathan. Not sure Jonathan actually knows he's there at the minute. At the turn he might do. So Jonathan turns 1:34.77. 0.6 of a second lead over Andrew Clavis, with John Kinuthia around about just short of 2 seconds behind. But these two boys in the golden lanes, lane 3 and 4, Jonathan Waters, Andrew Clavis. Be between them two. Although Andrew Clavis seems to be pulling away now in lane number 4. Andrew's entry time of 2:07.30. Looks like he'll go under that, I'll be bang on. 2:07.61. Jonathan Waters, 2 minutes 9.35. And Brandon Taylor, 2:11.65. Great racing as we move through these heats. That's confirmed. We move to heat 14. Heat 14, lane number 1 from Aquabers is Joel Birtles. In lane 2 from Fleetwood is Tyler Nolan. Lane 3 from Oldham Aquatics is Oliver Parry. In lane 4 from the City of Salford is James Ross. Lane 5 from Carnforth is Ashton Pinnington. And in lane 6 from Blackpool Aquatics is Finlay Norris. This time your youngest swimmer is Oliver Parry in lane number 3. He's in the 15 years age group. Finlay Norris is 16. And then the rest of the boys are in the 17 years and over age group. Again, entry times are 2:04 to 2 minutes 6. Team managers and coaches, if you haven't already done so, can we have all remaining swimmers for the 200 metres freestyle to marshalling, and heat number 1 of the 1500 metres freestyle also to marshalling. Thank you. So they said, continuing his fine form over the first 2 weekends, Oliver Parry leaves us out the way. Under a minute in his first 100 turn, 57.62, followed by James Ross next in 1 minute .03, and Joel Birtles is third in 1 minute .71. Once again, just a reminder for everyone at home and everyone here that you can send in your good luck messages for our finalists in the 50 breaststroke, which will take place after the ladies 1500 freestyle. Once again, just to give you a reminder as well, we will have a presentation before the start of session number 10, and that'll be for the team who represented Lancashire last year in Punsforge. We look forward to that. So as they make their way home at the moment, Oliver Parry's out in front, not sure he realises James Ross is coming through like an express train right next to him. He still doesn't know he's there as he comes underneath. Will James Ross take this on the touch? No, he doesn't. Oliver Parry, 2 minutes 3.82. James Ross, 2:03.84. And Joel Birtles, 2:09.65. That is confirmed. We move on to heat 15. We have a disqualification to announce in heat number 14. Lane number 1 was disqualified. That's heat 14. Lane number 1 was disqualified. So heat 15, lane number 1 from Preston is Emil Dawkins. Lane number 3 from Aquabers is Carl Durand. In lane number 4 from Wigan Best is Daniel Jones. Lane number 5 from Aquabers is Daniel Canavan. And in lane number 6 from Preston is Rigo Hornyak. Once again, just to give you an idea, our 2 youngest swimmers in the 16 years age group are Emil Dawkins and Rigo Hornyak in lanes 1 and 6. And then our 3 boys in lanes 3, 4 and 5 are in the 17 years and over age group. Again, entry times are 2:02 and 2:03. So we turn around at the 100 metre mark. Rigo Hornyak leading the way, 59.67, followed by Daniel Jones, who went round in 1 minute .10, and he's followed by Daniel Canavan in 1 minute .61. So looking, it is still Rigo who's out in front, this time 1:32.64. Daniel Jones still second, half a second behind. And then 2/10 behind him is Emil Dawkins. That was your 1, 2, 3 at the final turn. So still Rigo Hornyak out in front, right over in lane number 6. Daniel Jones is running second, but Emil Dawkins in lane 1 is coming through. As is lane number 3, that's Carl Durand of the Aquabers. Anyway, let's have a little look at the times. Lane number 6, Rigo Hornyak, 2 minutes 4.23. Carl Durand, 2 minutes 5.51. And Daniel Jones, 2 minutes 6.20. It's confirmed. Heat 16. Once again, team managers, if you haven't already done so, please send heat number 1 of the girls 1500 freestyle to marshalling immediately. Thank you. So in heat 16 in lane number 2 is Nathan Lockett, lane 3 is Luca Morelli, lane 4 is Connor Hartley, lane 5 is Matthew Haynes, and lane 6 is Anthony Robinson. Again, all these boys are in the 17 years and over age category. We've got Luca Morelli, who's under a minute on the entries at 1:59.66. And that goes through to 2 minutes 2, so not much of a difference between all of these swimmers. And as they make their way down to the halfway turn, it looks like Connor Hartley of the city of Salford is out in front. Matthew Haynes running second with with Nathan Lockett. But at the halfway turn, 4 of the 5 swimmers went and turned in under a minute. So as we said, at the moment, still Connor Hartley out in front. He's still being tracked by Matthew Haynes, although Nathan Lockett in lane number 2 looks to be going very well. Yeah, so at the moment, as we said, it is Connor Hartley from Nathan Lockett, and running third now is still Matthew Haynes. Luca Morelli not far behind Matthew there as they make their way home. As we said, Luca Morelli, the only one here at the entry time under 2 minutes. So this time they're making their way in towards the final 10 metres. Is it Nathan Lockett? Is it Connor Hartley? Touching the wall, let's have a look. Connor Hartley, 2 minutes 1.24. Nathan Lockett, 2 minute 1.28. And Matthew Haynes, 2 minutes 1.87. It's confirmed. We move on to the final heat of this event. This is heat 17. So in the last heat of this event, in lane 1 from Ramsbottom is Sammy Sutcliffe. Lane 2 from the city of Salford is Joe Stout. Lane 3 from the city of Salford, Alexander Volkovoy. Lane 4 from the city of Liverpool is Ellis Plymouth. Lane 5 from Preston is Joe Arcangelo. And in lane 6 from Crosby is Ethan Kelly. Sammy Sutcliffe, the youngest swimmer in the 14 years age bracket in lane 1. Ethan Kelly in the 15 age bracket in lane 6. Everybody else is 17 years and over. Entry times absolutely ridiculous. Alexander Volkovoy, the fastest swimmer at 1:52.50, with Ethan Kelly at 1:58.50. And that is showing the way at the moment. So as they make their way through the halfway there, everybody went round in under a minute. And it is Alexander Volkovoy who's leading us. As we said, to be expected with his entry time of 1:52.50. Running third is Ellis Plymouth, whose entry time was 1:53. And running third was Joe Stout. So as I said, it is Alexander Volkovoy out in front, but not having his own way here. Ellis Plymouth is charging at him, and again, I'm not sure that Alexander knows that Ellis is there, although he just starts to put his foot down in the final 10 metres. Alexander Volkovoy will touch the wall first in a time 1:56.37. Ellis Plymouth 1:56.96. Joe Stout 2 minutes 0.05. Okay, that's confirmed. We now move on to event 503, the women's 1500 metres freestyle. There are 2 heats in this event. This is heat number 1. So as we said, we do get a chance now to take a breath and relax for a little bit. You're going to see the athletes in the water for the 1500 metres freestyle. In heat number 1, lane number 1, from Prescott is Lauren Watkins. In lane 2 from Liverpool Penguins is Elizabeth Lyons. In lane 3 from the Isle of Man is Lauren Dennett. In lane 4 from Blackpool Aquatics is Pollyanna Kershaw. Lane 5 from the City of Salford is Caitlin Postolachi-Suchu, and in lane 6 from Leyland Barracudas is Elizabeth Adam. So the girls in this heat in lanes 4 and 6, that's Pollyanna and Elizabeth, they're both 13 years of age. Then you've got Lauren in lane 1, Lauren Watkins, sorry, in lane 1, Lauren Dennett in lane 3, and Caitlin Postolachi-Suchu are in the 14 years age group, with Elizabeth Lyons in lane 2, who's in the 15 years bracket. Entry times here, well, Lauren Dennett in lane 3 is your fastest at 19 minutes 12.21, and we go to the outside lanes at 19:57.20. Fastest entry time for you in the juniors is held by Amelie Bloxage at City of Salford, 16 minutes 20.28. And in the seniors is her sister Ella Bloxage, and she holds at 17:27.40. We'll see obviously both of them ladies in the next heat. So we've got some results to read out for you from the men's 200 metres freestyle. In the 10 and 11 years age group, in third place from Ramsbottom was Harrison Burgess. Second place from the City of Salford is Daniel Lesty. And the winner of that one from Carnforth in a time of 2:38.22 was William Nichols. In the 12 years age group, in third place from Bolton Metro is Ethan Blythe. Second place from the Isle of Man is Ed Pearson. And the winner of that one in a time of 2:28.88 from Ramsbottom was Benji Sutcliffe. In the 13 years age group, in third place from Southport is Callum Byrne. Second place from Bolton Metro is Samuel Williams. And the winner of that one in a time of 2 minutes 10.25 from Bolton Metro is Leo Talbot. In the 14 years age group, in third place from Wigan Best was Matthew Saws. Second place from Crosby was Dylan Madican. And the winner of that one from Ramsbottom, and in a time of 2 minutes 1.10 is Sammy Sutcliffe, who also comes second in the juniors. In the 15 years age group, in third place from City of Salford was Ben Ross. Second place from Oldham Aquatics, and coming third in the juniors was Oliver Parry. And your winner of this one from Crosby in a time of 2 minutes 1.09 is Ethan Kelly, who also comes first in the juniors. In the 16 years age group, in third place from Prescott is Andrew Clavis. Second place from Preston is Emil Dawkins. And the winner of that one in a time of 2 minutes 4.23 from Preston is Rigo Horniak. In the 17 years and over age category, in third place and also coming third in the seniors from City of Salford is Joe Stout. In second place and also second in the seniors from the City of Liverpool is Ellis Cleworth. And your winner and first in the seniors from the City of Salford in a time of 1:56.37 was Alexander Volkovoy. So a third into the race. It is lane number 2, Elizabeth Lyons, Liverpool Penguins, who's was running first at the turn at 6:19.75. Followed by the Isle of Man's Lauren Dennett in lane number 3. She turned at 6 minutes 20.22. Pollyanna Kershaw at the turn was your third place at 6:23.65. So it is, as I say at the moment, at this turn, still your 1, 2 and 3 as it was, but Caitlin Postalachisicu is running fourth and not far behind Pollyanna there. So that's your orange and yellow hats over in lanes 4 and 5. As a reminder, if you're at home watching or, and you're due to get over here this afternoon session is completely and utterly sold out. The stands this afternoon are going to be packed. We don't have a spare seat. Please make sure you get here early so we can make sure everyone is seated and we follow our health and safety precautions. Also, if you don't have tickets for this afternoon, please, as we're saying, probably better staying at home if you can. We don't think we'll be able to get any more spectators into the pool hall. As we said also, if you are wanting to get those last little minute good luck messages, now is the time, as we said, for the 50 breaststroke finals. If you are wanting to get any good luck messages in, you get them in now, and that'll be fabulous. Team coaches and managers, you'll be pleased to know the final sheets are now available down at the referees table. Once again, team coaches and managers, final sheets are now available at the referees table. As I said, once heat number 2 of the ladies 1500 is complete, we will be moving straight into those breaststroke finals. So the 700 metre turn there, things starting to get interesting at the moment between Elizabeth Lyons and Lauren Dennett, right next to each other, and they're your 1 and 2. Caitlin Postalachisicu as well, looks like she's trying to make her way through into third position, although Pollyanna Kershaw, the Blackpool aquatic swimmer, isn't giving that position up easily. Also our outside lanes there, Lauren Watkins and Elizabeth Adam also doing well as they make their way through this 1500 metres. So 900 metres into this race, and as we said, it is still Elizabeth Lyons and Lauren Dennett who are leading the way. We'll say Elizabeth in lane 2 with the orange hat, and Lauren there from the Isle of Man, the black hat in lane number 3. So these two having a nice race. Also running third now, Pollyanna Kershaw's retook the advantage over Caitlin. And as we said, at the outside lanes, our ladies still doing well with Lauren Watkins and Elizabeth Adam. Still making her way up and down the pool very well indeed. As a reminder, so I said in the middle of the pool, our fastest entry, Lauren Dennett, 19 minutes 12. With the outside lanes of Lauren and Elizabeth at 19:43 and 19:57. As I said, I'll explain whilst we've got a little bit of a gap between our race leaders and the rest of the heat. So at the 1,000 metre turn, 2/3 into this race now. We've still got Elizabeth and Lauren, lanes 2 and 3, and a bit of mind games going on. Game of chess at the moment, just tracking one another up and down the pool. I wonder who will make the first move to try and break away from each other. Surely still got a few more lengths before that happens, but it'll be interesting to see. So Pollyanna still going well in third in lane number 4. Definitely giving herself a nice lead now over next, who's Caitlin, who seems to have lost her hat. Hopefully she can keep going through the race. Let's say the outside lanes of Lauren Watkins and Elizabeth Adam. So it's at the moment, still none the wiser. Lane 2 or lane 3. Elizabeth Lyons, Lauren Dennett. Pollyanna running third, and as mentioned on that previous length, you can see Caitlin's hat's come off, but still going very well. Hopefully it doesn't impact her swim, as she's still at the moment running 4th. With Lauren Watkins 5th and Elizabeth Adam in 6th. So as we were saying, just a quick reminder to team managers and coaches, at the end of heat number 2, we will be going straight into the ladies 50 breaststroke finals. So if you can just gauge that and make sure you send our finalists through to marshalling as and when is needed midway through heat number 2. So with 200 metres left, as we said, I mentioned a little earlier on, who was going to make the first move? And you can see it's Lauren Dennett of the Isle of Man, black hat, lane number 3. She has put her foot down slightly, started to make a break from Elizabeth Lyons of the Liverpool Penguins. Pollyanna Kershaw still running third. We said now in fourth is Lauren Watkins with Elizabeth Adam and Caitlin Postolacci-Suchu, who's doing very well, as you said, considering the hat came off through this race. Hopefully she can keep herself going. So our race leader is Lauren Dennett. I said Elizabeth Lyons next. When they make their way back down to the start end, you'll start to hear the whistles for these two girls. I said entry times for Lauren was 19 minutes 12.21. Elizabeth Lyons was 19:19.09. Lots of encouragement for these swimmers now as they make their way through into the final sections of the race. So off we go, as we said. Lauren Dennett, Isle of Man, lane number 3 is out in front and starting to pull away. Elizabeth Lyons still running second with Pollyanna Kershaw in third. Fourth at this moment is Lauren Watkins. Elizabeth Lyons still going well, as is Caitlin Postolacci-Suchu. So as she turns her home, Lauren Dennett, entry time of 19:12.21, turned in 18 minutes 29.94. Lauren keeps going. Let's have a little look, see what time Lauren can register. Through into the final 25 metres. Let's say lots of clapping, encouragement now for Lauren as she comes into the final 15. Let's say entry time for Lauren Dennett at 19 minutes 12.21. Oh, she's going to set a cracking time. Here is Lauren. 19:12 on the entry. Finishes in 19 minutes 4.23. 8 seconds off her entry time. Next to it, the wall. Elizabeth Lyons does the same in 19:12.17. That gives Elizabeth a 7-second PB on the entries. Coming into third is going to be Pollyanna Kershaw. Polly will hit the wall in a time of 19:28.38. At the moment, as we said, the next girl to come into the final 10 metres, lane number 1, Lauren Watkins. Entry time of 19:43 is going to be pretty much there or thereabouts. 19:44.86. Elizabeth Adam touching the wall. And let me see, 19:49.76. That's actually an 8-second PB off her entry time. And finishing the race with a fantastic effort there is Caitlin Postolacci-Suchu, 19:57.90. That is confirmed. We move on to the final heat of this event, heat number 2. So in heat number 2, lane number 1 for the City of Salford is Cara Tolhill. Lane 2, City of Salford, Ella Bloxage. Lane 3, City of Salford, Emily Bloxage. Lane number 4 from Prescott is Lucy Parsons. Lane number 5 from City of Salford is Katie Lee. And in lane 6 from Bolton Metro is Grace Taylor. Entry times here, 16 minutes 20.28 belongs to Emily in lane number 3. It goes out to 18 minutes 38.60 in the outside lanes. So, as we said, off we go. At the moment, your race leader is Emily Bloxage, lane number 3. Last weekend, Emily equaling the 800 free British record for a 13-year-old. I'm sure she'll have her sights set on the 1500 record, and we will watch that with interest as we go through this race. At the 100-metre turn, though, Amelie's gone out in a 103.53. She's followed by Lucy Parsons in 106.54 and Katie Lee at 106.61. As we said, great to watch all these swimmers and the techniques each of them have. So Amelie's is very distinctive. You watch her legs, especially as she's kicking. As we said, just having a little bit of a look at this British record that Amelie, I'm sure, is aiming for. If she's going for it, the time she needs to beat is 16 minutes 54.64. That was set in Glasgow by Jessica Thilman back in 2007. So massive, massive opportunity to break a record that's been around for ages. But after Amelie, you've got the three ladies also going extremely well. In lane 2, Ella Bloxage. Lane 4, Lucy Parsons. And lane 5 is Katie Lee. Outside lanes there with Cara Tohill and Grace Taylor also doing extremely well. So at the 200 turn, as I said, it was Amelie at 2 minutes 10.65, followed by Lucy Parsons, 2:16.68, and Katie Lee at 2:16.76. So over the first, as we said, 300 metres there, Amelie went out on a 103. The next 200s have been 107, 107. I want to say, you just watch the rhythm and technique she has. Not much coming there from her legs at the outgoing, but absolutely moving through the pool brilliantly. Still though, the nice race going on behind Amelie, as I said, with Ella, Lucy and Katie. Them three all just keeping each other company as they make their way up and down the pool at the moment. Except Cara and Grace also doing well in our outside lanes. So as we said, Amelie's still running again. That's another 107. As I said, she's just so steady at the moment. Amelie has said she turned at 4:24.86, and that gives her, well, let's have a little look, around about 12-second lead over to Ella, who's teammate sister running second. Katie Lee running third. So at that point, you had a Salford 1, 2, 3. Although Lucy Parsons is still there in lane number 4. So as we said, so far Amelie's been running at around about 107 a length, so she needs to turn around 5:31 here. She does. As we said, after Amelie, still a cracking race. With Ella Bloxage running second, with Katie and Lucy also battling each other there. Running fifth is Cara Tohill, who turns. Cara went round in 6 minutes 7.07 with Grace Taylor, Bolton Metro, lane number 6, taking her turn at 6:16.16. So, Amelie, this time 6:38.54. Again, still bang on a 1:07 at the moment. After that, as we said, running second is Sissa, Ella Bloxage. And right behind Ella is Katie and Lucy. It's your top four. Said running fifth, Cara. And over the far side of the pool, Grace Taylor also still going well. So looking at needing to turn around 7:45. Yeah, she does still, 7:45.16. So as we said, this heat is all about Amelie and the time, but after that we've got a great race, as I said, behind. Lanes 2, 4 and 5, all still together. With Cara looking well, as is Grace over the far side of the pool. So the halfway turn, well, just over the halfway turn actually, 800 metres, she's at 8:51.93. Actually sped up a little bit there in that one. So at the moment, like I said, if Amelie keeps her pace, I do believe she will be well under this British record she's after. But like I said, that is a big if. We've still quite a long distance of this race to go. So as we said, Amelie nearly a length in front of the rest of the heat. The rest of the heat going still very well. Amelie, as we said, turns 9:58.42, is in front of a 1:07 pace at the moment, and is in front of that time she's after. Like I said, still a long way to go though, but doesn't look to be slowing down. After that though, I've mentioned it many times, loving the battle between these three swimmers who are making their way back down the pool. As I said, Ella, Katie and Lucy have been together for the entirety of the heat, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So turns at 11 minutes 4:88. Well, as I said, seems to be speeding up through the second half of this race. Team managers and coaches, can you now start to send your finalists for the 50 breaststroke to marshalling, please? Thank you. Like I said, I had Emily there. Let me see. Turns in 12 minutes 11.82 for Emily. As I said, the race still going very well with Ella and Lucy and Katie, but hard not to focus on Emily at the moment. She's ploughing up and down the pool. Let's have a little look. Emily turns at the 1200 metre mark at 13 minutes 18.51. As we said, still the battle for second, third and fourth for age is on in the middle of the pool though. Ella, Lucy and Katie. We said our girls on the outside lanes, Cara Tohill and Grace Taylor still going very well. So, as we said, let's have a little look. Emily out in front, followed by Lucy Parsons, followed by Katie Lee, who's followed by Ella Bloxage. Salford faithful in the crowd, going mad at Emily, telling her to keep going, and she's doing just that. 1300 turn, 14 minutes 25.27. So as we said, Emily still out in front. She's followed by Lucy Parsons, Katie Lee and Ella Bloxage. But now it's Cara Tohill and Grace Taylor. So Emily, here's the whistles. As we said as a reminder, 16:54.64 she needs for the British 13-year-old record set in 2007. She turned that time in 15:31.73. Emily making her way up the pool, as we said, as a reminder, 16:54.64 is what she needs. She's going to turn for home in a time of 16:04.25. So here we go, back down the pool for the final time for Emily Bloxage. Emily steaming through in towards the final 15 metres. 16:54.64, set in Glasgow in 2007. Emily hits the wall. 16:35.65 for Emily Bloxage. Unbelievable effort, and rightly so. Massive round of applause coming from the stands and poolside. And there we go, on the screen, Emily, well done to you. Okay, back in the pool though, we still do have a race going on. And next it is Lucy turning for home. She is followed by Katie Lee and Ella Bloxage. So we've still got Emily watching back this stream later on is going to love exactly what's being shown at the moment. So as they make their way into the final 25, Lucy Parsons is running second. You've got Katie Lee in third and Ella Bloxage in fourth. As said, next to come in will be Lucy Parsons in a time of 17:32.13. Katie Lee 17:34.20. Ella Bloxage 17:36.13. So as we said, we've still got the two swimmers going, just turning for home. Is lane number 1, that's Cara Tohill. She's making her way back down. And still going well, Grace Taylor over in lane number 6. As we said, lovely scenes there on the screen between Ella and Emily having a nice cuddle. But as they make their way, as we said, now in lane number 1, it is going to be Cara Tohill coming in to finish her race. Cara will touch the wall in a time of 18:29.35. And now making her final 50 metres down the pool is over in lane number 6 is Grace Taylor of Bolton Metro. Lots of making her way through the final 25. Grace still going well to finish off, as we said. Heat number 2, fantastic. 1,500 metres. And Grace touches the wall 19 minutes 4.92. Oh, like I said, don't normally get that much excitement in 1,500 metres, but absolutely fantastic. The ladies are out the pool, or near enough, so we are going to be moving on to our finals. And our first final of the morning will be event 504, the women's 10 and 11 years 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1, from Preston, Violet Kearns. In lane 2, from Preston, it's Tallulah Kay. In lane number 3, from Wigan Best, is Betsy Lloyd. In lane number 4, from Leyland Barracudas, is Athena Johnstone. In lane number 5, from Preston, is Bethany McWemby. And in lane number 6, from Clitheroe, is Isla Astle. So, in the heats, our fastest swimmer was Betsy Lloyd at 40.33. Athena Johnstone at 42 and everyone else at 44. So, in the early goings, it is the Wigan Best swimmer, Betsy Lloyd, who's out in front in lane number 3. She's been followed by Athena Johnstone and Bethany McWembley. They are your top three at the moment. As you said, in the heats, Betsy went 40.33. Let's see if she's going to beat that in the final. Into the final and into the wall she goes. She touched 40.16 for Betsy Lloyd. Bethany McWembley, 42.81. And Athena Johnstone, 42.83. That is confirmed. Well done, ladies. We now move on to event 505, the women's 12 years 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Bolton Metro is Pink Lily Turek. In lane number 2 from Wigan Best is Ellen Jones. In lane number 3 from Blackpool Aquatics is Holly Warburton. In lane number 4 from Southport is Mia Robinson. In lane number 5 from Clitheroe is Imogen Clarkson. And in lane number 6 from Leyland Barracudas is Pollyanna Hodgson. So again, in the heats, Holly Warburton, your fastest at 39.90. Ellen Jones and Mia both at 40, and then 41s and a low 42. So up and out fastest, lane number 3, Holly Warburton. Through 25 metres, she's leading the way. It looks like Mia Robinson is running second and possibly Ellen Jones in third, although lanes 5 and 6 are going very well. As we turn towards the final 5 metres, let's have a look on the screen as we move. Holly Warburton is 1, then 2 Mia Robinson and possibly Pink Lily Turek. Let's have a look. Holly Warburton 38.61, Mia Robinson 39.69 and Pink Lily Turek 40.12 is confirmed. We now move on to event 506, the women's 13 years 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from the city of Salford is Willow Morley. In lane 2 from the Isle of Man is Zoe Newitt. In lane number 3 from Blackpool Aquatics is Sophie Dixon. In lane number 4 from Ramsbottom is Bonnie Carruthers. In lane number 5 from Leyland Barracudas is Elizabeth Adam. And in lane number 6 from Ormskirk is Marley Rose Garrett. So off we go with our third final. In this one, Sophie Dixon went 37.68 in the heats. Everyone else with a 38 and a 39. In the early goings though, hard to tell. Possibly Bonnie Carruthers, although starting to come through now is Sophie Dixon, the orange hat. So we've got Sophie, we've got Bonnie, and then possibly Elizabeth Adam. As the girls this time make it to the final 10 metres. This could be anybody's. Looks like it could be Sophie Dixon. It'll be on the touch though. Sophie Dixon, 37.78. Zoe Newitt, 37.85. Bonnie Carruthers, 37.87. We shall await confirmation on the board. Just waiting there for the... Okay, so we will move to event 507, the women's 14 years 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. In lane number 2 from the city of Salford, Anastasia Mussert. In lane number 3 from Blackpool Aquatics is Imogen Clarkson. In lane number 4 from Southport is Mia Robinson. In lane number 5 from Southport is Mia Robinson. In lane number 6 from Clitheroe is Imogen Clarkson. And in lane number 7 from Southport is Mia Robinson. In lane number 8 from Southport is Imogen Clarkson. And in lane number 9 from Clitheroe is Imogen Clarkson. And in lane number 10 from Southport is Mia Robinson. And in lane number 11 from Blackpool Aquatics is Imogen Clarkson. And in lane number 12 from Southport is Mia Robinson. And in lane number 13 from Blackpool Aquatics is Imogen Clarkson. And in lane number 14 from Southport is Mia Robinson. And in lane number 15 from Blackpool Aquatics is Imogen Clarkson. And in lane number 16 from Southport is Mia Robinson. And in lane number 17 In lane number 3, from the city of Salford, is Gabby McCulloch. In lane number 4, from Oldskirk, is Jodie Dunn. In lane number 5, from Prescott, is Nicole Farley. And in lane number 6, from Wigan Best, is Alice Holt. So in the heats, Gabby McCulloch went to 33.68. After that, it was Anastasia and Joni at 35. And then everyone else 36 and low 37. Off we go! And at the moment, it is Gabby McCulloch who's out in front. Joni Dunn next, followed by Nicole Farley. Looks like you're 1, 2, 3 at the moment. So 335 metres, Gabby McCulloch, your race leader. After that, hard to tell. We're going to have to wait till we move to the next screen to see. Gabby McCulloch's going to take this one, and she does in a time 33.76. Anastasia 35.15, and Joni Dunn 35.46. Okay, we move straight on to event 508, the women's 15 years age group 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists, in lane number 1, from Leyland Barracudas, Olivia Bollard. In lane number 2, from the Isle of Man, Chloe Batting. In lane number 3, from the city of Salford, Alyssa Boslem. In lane number 4, from Southport, Harriet Rawlings. In lane number 5, from Preston, Zara Mann. And in lane number 6, from Bridgefield, Jessica Cooney. So again, in the heats, Alyssa Boslem was fastest at 34.98. The 2.36 is a 37 and a 38. Off we go, and Alyssa Boslem is out in front, but Harriet Rawlings and Zara Mann are going with her. Lane number 3, Yellow Hats, Alyssa Boslem, followed by Southport, Harriet Rawlings and Zara Mann of Preston is your 1, 2, 3. Making her way down the pool, Alyssa still out in front. Chloe Batty coming back strong as well. Alyssa will take this, but where will Alyssa 35.43. Harriet Rawlings 36.36. Chloe Batty 36.37. That is confirmed. So we move on to event 509, the women's 16 years age group 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists, in lane number 1, from Wigan Best is Ella Wadsworth. In lane number 2, from Aquaburs is Lauren Cussack. In lane number 3, from Crosby is Madison Wrens. In lane number 4, from Ramsbottom is Ruby Swinney. In lane number 5, from Blackpool Aquatics is Hannah O'Brien. And in lane number 6, from the Burnley Bobcats is Lola Cragg. So again, in the heats, we've got 1, 2, 3 ladies went 35s. We've got a 36 and 2 37s. Absolutely no idea where the medals are going to go on this one. Through the first 25 metres, it looks like lanes 2, 3 and 4, Lauren, Madison and Ruby are most likely to come away with the gold and silver and bronze, but in what order and who to? In towards the final 5 metres, lots of encouragement from the bottom of the pool. It's going to be close. Looks like lane 4 could be, but we'll watch. No, Madison Wrens, 34.87. Ruby Swinney, 35.09. And Lauren Cussick, 35.73 is confirmed. So we move on to our final of the morning. This is event 510. The women's 17 years and over 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Blackburn is Charlotte Mead. In lane number 2 from Ramsbottom is Zara Dodd. In lane number 3 from Wigan Best is Anna Healy. In lane number 4 from Blackpool Aquatics is Ella Proctor. In lane number 5 from Clitheroe is Martha Smith. And in lane number 6 from Aquaburs is Jessica Sunderland. So in the heats, fastest was Anna Healy, 35.56, followed by 34 from Ella Proctor. Everyone else was 35. So in the early goings, Anna Healy is out in front, but not by very much. She's being chased by Ella Proctor and Martha Smith. Although as you make your way through the 35 metres of this 50 metre final, Anna Healy looks to be putting her foot down and inserting her dominance as he comes towards the final 5 metres. It will be Anna Healy. It looks like it'll be Ella Proctor a second. Let's look. Anna Healy, 33.83. Ella Proctor, 35.10. And Zara Dodd, 35.36. Is confirmed. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of session number 9. And what a fantastic session it's been. For anyone who's still here, let's give a big round of applause to swimmers, as well as all our volunteers as well. That's a fantastic race action. Whoop, whoop. There we go. As we said, this afternoon's warm-ups will start at 1:15. That'll be the gentlemen from 1:15 till 1:45. The ladies will be 1:45 till 2:15, with racing starting shortly afterwards. Officials, thank you very much. You may now leave poolside. I shall just wait for all the results. I'll get them read out for you, and then we shall head away for an early dinner. Once again, hope you've enjoyed yourselves this morning. Please remember, this afternoon we are absolutely full to capacity, so please no saving seats, as every single seat is spoken for this afternoon.